Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. It is a Tuesday. It is the 24th day of 2003. Beer Can Appreciation Day today. National Compliment Day. Have I told you how beautiful you are?
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
you
you
look good.
haven't.
Well, you are beautiful.
Well,
and
thank you.
for those of you wondering, she is my wife. It's okay if I say she's beautiful. It is also National Peanut Butter Day today.
I'm a fan.
Now, we've talked about this before. Are you a fan of crunchy or creamy?
Creamy.
And I'm a fan of both. So I like creamy, but every once in a while I'm in a crunchy mood. So if you don't like crunchy, I mean, don't hold it against me.
It's just hard to spread on bread.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Rips the bread all up. Who
Toast
wants
it
that?
first, and then boom, you're good. And then maybe warm that stuff up a little bit, and boom, boom. It's really good. In addition to all of this witty stuff that we're talking about.
You just can't get entertainment like this just anywhere, folks.
Search. Try it. You won't find it. Anyway. But we got even better witty conversation coming. We've got Tuesdays with Charlie.
There we go.
Yeah, we'll have that later in the program. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. A new study warns that more than 1 billion young people, 1 billion, are at risk for hearing loss from wearing headphones and earbuds. I see that a lot.
I'm sure of that because a lot of times I can hear what's coming out of those earphones.
Yeah, and the little earbuds that are in their ears, and I can still hear it across the room. The findings published in the journal BMJ Global Health, I subscribe. It's my favorite.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. They say the loud use of personal listening devices, as well as going to loud live music gigs, is placing younger generations at risk. Currently, more than 430 million people have disabled hearing loss, and young people are especially vulnerable because of the use of these devices. And I have to tell you, I can speak firsthand to this. Being around loud music for a big chunk of my life, I've got some hearing issues. I know I do.
Yeah, you do.
And I've got one ear that's better than the other ear. So as you get older, you realize, this is my good ear. I'm like, what? Just hang around a few years, kid.
You'll
get it.
understand.
This is my good ear. All right. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by RadioTravelGroup.com. Heidi, did you know many people love nothing more than to relax with a nice hot cup of tea? But Australia's favorite scientists have revealed in a TikTok clip that there are DNA traces of up to 400 insects in every tea bag. Ooh.
Okay.
In the video, Dr. Karl Kruslinicki said, I'm sure I nailed it, by the way, this DNA is usually fairly fragile and can be destroyed by ultraviolet light and can be washed away by the rain, but it can survive if conditions are dark and dry, like the inside of a tea bag. Also points out that all this means that tea fields are a hive of biodiversity tea. Biodiversity.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
I didn't do it. It's what they said in the story.
I do
Don't
like
blame
tea.
me. I do too, but I don't know if I can eat it and drink it anymore after hearing that. All right, we don't know everything, but now we know this.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Pamela Anderson was crushed and devastated when she divorced Tommy Lee back in 1998. She writes in an excerpt about her upcoming Love, Pamela memoir. It's coming out in Netflix, I think, is going to be carrying a thing. No, this is her book. I'm sorry. Her book hits store shelves January 31st. Then she's got a different project that's going to be on Netflix. So.
Okay.
The future of Avatar franchise might include a fire tribe of Na'vi, but won't include Vin Diesel. What am I talking about?
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Despite the Fast and Furious star strongly indicating in 2019 that he joined James Cameron's cast, they're saying, nope. So I don't know what that's all about. And Craig, you can read the story. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Craig Ferguson, the comic who appeared on CBS's Late Late Show for 9 years, plans to make a return to the wee hours of programming. Sony Pictures aims to launch a new half-hour syndicated late-night talk show with Craig Ferguson in the fall. It's called Channel Surf with Craig Ferguson. I've always really liked him. I'm excited for that. A pilot was shot earlier this month. Sony's offering the show to potential buyers, and they're hoping to have a home for it real soon.
Nice.
All right. Big screen, little screen. Brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At BetterCreditCards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at BetterCreditCards.com. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. I'm excited to see what Heidi's take is on this because we're on the polar opposites of this. If your last name starts with a letter like Z, if you're Zoolander or whatever, you probably don't want to hear this. But scientists are looking into a theory that your last name could play a role in how well you perform in school and your overall success in life. Do you agree so far?
I don't know. I guess
According
I'll have to
to
see
a
what they're
study
saying.
from University of Colorado Boulder, people whose last name initial is among the beginning letters of the alphabet, like Heidi's was growing up, her last name started with a B, they're more likely to see greater achievements, especially in school. What do you think, Heidi?
No, that is totally made up and ridiculous.
You know it's coming. Conversely, those who have to wait the longest to raise their hand during roll call, people like me, whose last name starts with an S way towards the end, they're less likely to do well in school and on the job. Why? According to the co-author of the study, if your name is at the end of the alphabet, you are less likely to be identified by teachers as an outstanding student. Well,
What?
I can tell you this. My teachers all knew me by first name. I didn't have to worry about my last name. I was in trouble a lot. Researchers determined that a 10-letter gap holds a weight of about 10%. That means if a student whose last name is Morris, they're about 10% less likely to be viewed in a more positive light by a teacher than a classmate whose name was Brown. Fortunately, the effect is called alphabetism. That's what it's called. It seems to affect people mostly in their younger years, including early adulthood, and it fizzles later in life. I don't believe a word of this,
Not even close.
and the only reason I say that, Heidi's last name, her maiden name started with a B, and, well, I know how she did in school, so there's no way this can be accurate.
But what they're saying is, like, you're viewed favorably by your teachers, and my teachers did like me.
Oh, I'm sure they did when you were there. I'm just saying. She skipped school a lot.
I did.
Scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
And it's time now for my favorite program, something we do every Tuesday just because we can. It's a little program we like to call
Tuesdays with Charlie.
Tuesdays with Charlie on the John and Heidi Show.
How you doing, Charlie?
That time of the day.
Yes, we're excited to chat with you again. You staying out of trouble there?
The suspense is killing everybody, I'm sure.
It is, yes. So we better get right to it. What kind of cool stuff are we going to learn about today?
Hey, well, we don't have to worry about houseflies right now, but do you know that houseflies go to the bathroom every 4.5 minutes?
I think you do, too.
Well, I can beat that.
I've ridden with you before. We got to pull over at every place that has a public restroom.
That's right. Stay out of my way. Hey, and then because they aren't as tasty as baby hens, baby roosters are usually tossed into a grinder after they are born.
No kidding?
What?
So when you get all these little chickens, if they're roosters, they just grind them up.
Oh.
That's too bad. Save the roosters.
Either way, he's doomed.
Well, you'd think they could take those things and send them to some third world country where they're eating bugs and stuff. I would think roosters would taste better than the other stuff they're eating. Why would you just kill them and destroy them?
I don't know.
Too much money to send them clear across the sea.
Yeah, that could be. I don't know.
That'd probably get seasick and throw up anyway.
I got a bunch of sick roosters.
Hey, then, tiny microbes living in your mouth keep eating your leftovers through the night, creating that awful morning breath.
Really? That's disgusting.
So that's what that is.
Yeah, so them little tiny...
Oh, that's just nasty.
Huh.
That's why you got to brush your teeth in the morning right away.
Oh.
Yummy.
Hey, scientists have found nearly 2,400 species of bacteria living in people's belly buttons.
Oh, wow.
That
I
is so gross.
never thought of that, but I bet that is probably a
That
good
is
place to
so
find those kind of things.
Gross.
Scientist Day or something. I got a new staff. They're not too bright. I have to have a little talk with them here. Then your nasal membranes produce nearly 2 gallons of smote each week, whatever that is.
2 gallons of what?
Smote.
Smote?
Don't ask me what smote is.
I don't like your new staff.
As soon as I get off here, we're having a meeting. Holy mackerel. I'll start doing this myself.
That would be a good idea.
Maybe I need a staff. I bet I can't do this, but 15% of Americans bite their toes.
That's disgusting.
They
too.
bite their toes?
15%.
Yeah, like
there's no way
bite
I
their
could do that.
toenails. I could. I have no desire, but I could.
I could. I get down that low, I'm in trouble. Hey, then I got one thing that I think you need to know this. An African elephant produces enough poop in 7 hours to outweigh a full-grown human.
Seriously?
Wow.
Wow, that's fascinating.
Well, especially if you're about 6'5" and weigh 450.
Yeah. I don't think they're probably referring to those kind of humans, but that's just disgusting.
That is.
This is a pretty disgusting show today.
Well, I'm gonna try to clean things up here a little bit. You ready for your question?
Okay, whip it on me.
If you sneeze while traveling 60 miles per hour, your eyes are closed for an average of how many feet while you're driving down the road? If you're going 60 and you sneeze, how long are your eyes closed? How many feet?
12 feet.
12 feet. No, it's 50 feet.
Holy cow, seriously?
Yeah. So if you're driving and you have to sneeze, your eyes are closed for about 50 feet of travel.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
That's a little scary.
So let's not sneeze while driving, anybody out there.
You better check your steps, see where they come up with that answer.
It's got to be 12. It's got to be what Charlie said. Well, it's always a pleasure to visit with you, sir.
Well, we're going to do her again next Tuesday. I might have a complete different crew here, but we'll do her again.
That sounds good. I'm looking forward to it. It's always fun. We'll talk to you next week, Charlie.
Bye, Daddy.
Bye, Fluff. Bye, John.
Bye-bye. My father-in-law right there. We talk to him every Tuesday just because we can. It's a little program we like to call
Tuesdays with Charlie.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
I think we talked about this before. The brain named itself. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
somebody's brain came up with the name brain.
We have said that one
Yeah.
before.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Goodyear Rubber Company research concluded that shoes wear out faster on the right foot than they do on the left foot.
Oh.
I don't know why. Fun fact for you,
What's that,
Heidi.
John?
In the 1830s, the ruler of Egypt wanted to disassemble the Giza pyramids and use them as pre-cut building material. Can you imagine?
What a loss that would have been. Holy cow.
If they're like, hey, we got all this building material stacked up
Yeah.
over here. Why don't we just use that? Wow, that would have been so bizarre. And one final fun fact for you,
What's that,
Heidi.
John?
I knew this. I think this is a really fun fact. In the United States, prison inmates cannot vote, but prison inmates can run for office.
What?
Yeah, they can run for office, but they can't vote. There was a guy, maybe still doing it, was running for president every 4 years from prison.
Oh.
He didn't win, but he was running anyway. Several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day.
Yay!
It's brought to you by Mintervention.com. Question, Heidi. 1 in 3 people have admitted that they've experienced this at work. 1 in 3 had this happen to them at work.
I don't know, diarrhea.
No, that's like the 9th time you've used that as an answer, by the way. You've got a problem. The answer is having their lunch stolen. Yeah. Why don't you go in the other room? Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for some weird news brought to you by weirdgiftoftheday.com. Beetle burgers could be on a menu at a local fast food someday soon. Yeah, creepy crawlers, larvae known as mealworms, could act as a
Gross.
meat alternative to alleviate hunger worldwide. The process uses a fraction of the land and water and emits a small carbon footprint compared to traditional farming. French biotech company Insect, Y-N-S-E-C-T, they're planning a global network of insect farms, including nurseries and slaughterhouses. According to those who know, when mixed with sugar, beetles taste just like real meat.
They do not.
And-
You keep telling yourselves
And
that.
could become an alternative to sausage or chicken nuggets.
Good Lord.
That doesn't, you know what? There's probably people out there that like this kind of thing. And if you like that kind of thing, I'm going to let you have my share as well. Because I'm a giver. Weird news brought to you by weirdgiftoftheday.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list. It is brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. The 14th year Wayne State's word warriors come up with banished from the English language. They don't want these things spoken at all because they think that they're overused. So here's a list for 2023, and I got to tell you, I don't know any of these. Bunbury.
What?
B-U-N-B-U-R-Y. To create a fictitious scenario that provides an excuse for avoiding unwanted engagements. What? Claptrap. Absurd or nonsensical talk or ideas. Crepuscular. Relating to or resembling Twilight.
Who is overusing
I don't
these?
know. I'm just reading the list here. Gasconade, to boast extravagantly. I don't know what that means. Mogshade, the shadow cast by trees.
I don't think anybody has ever used any of these.
Overmighty,
terms.
domineering, imperious, condescending, assertive, prone to take advantage or power. So, okay. Pod snappery.
What on earth?
Just like saying that one. Rizzle is another one. Stravage and trice.
Yeah.
All right. If you'd like to read this and see what each one of these means and maybe reach out to me and let me know if you've ever used any of them.
You got to start using them before they're overused.
Yeah, you can find the whole list in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. Henny Youngman said, I've got all the money I'll ever need if I die by 4 o'clock. I
think a lot of us can relate to that.
I posted a thing on December 31st last year. I said, I'm all done for the year. I've made enough money to get me through the end of the year, whatever, something like that. But I did it at like noon on New Year's.
At noon?
Noon, yeah.
You were planning on living large.
New Year's Eve. Yeah, I was, pretty much set for the year. Quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of radiotravelgroup.com. Here's a headline. Strangers pay for family's birthday party for 2-year-old son. How great is that? A couple of strangers gave a family a huge surprise recently. Maverick's second birthday party was held at a pizza place in New Jersey, Hoboken, New Jersey, Napoli's Brick Oven Pizza. Parents, Melissa and Justin, tried to pay the bill. They got a big surprise. They said, I'm sorry, it's already been paid for.
Yeah.
Melissa said she screamed. Said, I was just amazed. I was like, what's wrong with that? Justin said. And she goes, no, I'm excited. I'm surprised. I was like, what? No way. Strangers who are parents of 3 kids themselves told the waiter they wanted to remain anonymous. They said, I'd like to just say, if they're out there watching, this was on a TV program, I just want to say it really touched us. It had a really big impact on us. And this video was on a TV channel, and I think that's really, really cool that they did a story about this. So there was another couple, apparently, that happened to be in there when this 2-year-old was having a birthday party.
Okay.
And they're like, you know what? We'd like to pay for that family's whole party for a 2-year-old. How cool is that?
That's pretty cool.
I think that's really neat. And you know what my favorite part of that whole story is?
They wanted to remain anonymous.
I love that. Because so many times it's, some YouTuber or somebody that's just looking for followers and clicks. And again, it's still cool that they do something good. But I'm going, okay, the way that you did something good was like the least cool way to do something good.
Agreed.
The coolest way to do something good is what these folks did right here. I love it, love it, love it.
Anonymous.
Yeah. If you'd like to see that and the video, which, again, we're not going to play it here on the program, but you can see it. It's in the show notes. There's a link to it, rather, in the show notes at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday.